I was just waking up to an occasion where I was told that I'm being accused of terrorism as a governor. Someone who is the head of the opposition. My commissioner has been kept and will not be released by an EFCC.
Today is the new year, January 1st, 2026. Yesterday, the Bauchi State Governor, Senator Bala Mohammed, has declared unequivocally that he is not a terrorist and has nothing to do with any acts of terrorism, nor does he condone such criminality. The governor made the declaration on Wednesday at the executive chamber of the governor's office while receiving an award of excellence as a safety ambassador by the Safety Institute of Nigeria. Bala Mohammed, who was visibly annoyed with the current travails of his finance commissioner in the hands of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, stated that the situation is an injustice to him and his administration. Hello people, the battle line has been drawn between Bala Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria. This is a big battle. This is not the kind of battle the public will understand. But if you have been following me, I've made about 6 videos about Bala Mohammed. Now, what is the issue? He has been accused of sponsoring terrorists in Nigeria, and his finance commissioner has been picked already. He's in EFCC custody. They have charged him to court for 10-count charges of financing terrorism. Now, Bala Mohammed, in another tune, he's coming out to say that Tinubu and Wike is trying to destroy him because he refused to join APC. So, let us take to understand who is wrong among Tinubu and Bala Mohammed. As I said before, if you have been following me, there is nobody that exposed what Bala Mohammed did than Okocha Happy myself. Now with that number, I've analyzed the situation of Bala Mohammed. This is what I know. Bala Mohammed committed the same treasonable crime like Tinubu's coalition committed in 2015. Bala Mohammed was seen on Channels Television, a national television, saying that he is going to bring Fulanese from around the world into Nigeria and arrest their violence character. And I believe that landed him into trouble. He actually brought them. He spent state money on foreigners. How can you just import people? You say they are global citizens. I will have you with that video and watch what this man said before. And today, he is now saying that Tinubu is after him, Wike is after him, that he's not a terrorist. But the FCC have accused him and his commissioner of supporting and financing terrorism. If they explain Nigeria to you, you will not understand. And anytime I come out to tell you the government are the sole sponsors of this terrorism, I know what I'm talking about. Because they do not hide it. They used to come to national television to tell the whole world about all these things. Anyway, before we go into the lamentation of Bala Mohammed, the press briefing and everything he said, it is important we revisit what he said before, that he's going to bring these Fulanis into Nigeria. And this is the same crime Tinubu's coalition with Buhari committed by importing these people. Stay with me in this video. Take a listen.
And of course, we will try more to cultivate that culture in our people, while at the same time bringing the Fulanis in one fold and try to arrest their traditional practice of moving from one place to the other. And that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of the
operations.
Operations. To bring in the Fulanis together.
You see, the issue of misconception, I see there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the world.
If I understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries, who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do. But it has to be done through sensitization, telling them you have to buy in the project, and you use the language, the culture itself, to be able to convince them, away from the mistrust where the whole system of transhumance or pastoralism is criminalized. Criminalization of pastoralism is the problem that we have with this project, and it requires people with passion who understand them and who they believe in, people like us from that part of the country, to say yes, we have this. Because today there is no limit to the accusation that this and that has happened and it is the Fulani man who caused it. There is no tribe that is not that you don't have this criminality in, but certainly the way and manner we do it is really excavating the crisis and the problems.
Will there be any form of documentation of all the people that will be,
yes, we are
within that?
Oh yes, that is going to give Nigeria the opportunity to really have the best in terms of documentation in the demographics. Because, as I said, the Fulani man settles anywhere he can feed his cattle. And so, if they are put in one place and they are made to understand that this is to save them and their animals, they are exposed to the vagaries of the forest and what is going on, cattle rustling, killings and what have you, and that's why it is important for them to understand that staying in one place is good. And of course, in terms of the best practice of carrying the meat, the cows and the lorries.
Let's stay with that security angle for a bit. Is there going to be, this plan going to be a fenced enclosure where anyone who comes in is secured, so there is no one that can just come in from anywhere else?
No. It is going to be a colony, and a colony does not require a fence.
You will understand the
reason.
You will understand the reason why people are concerned, because of all the security issues that have been happening over time. So if
these forests are there anyway. If you don't occupy them and create a colony out of them, they create places for the criminals. And today, that's why you have the Sambisa forest, because it is not being utilized.
But Your Excellency, much as yes, I mean, they're fantastic. We have met a lot of them who are Fulanis as well. But the concern too is, why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
You see, as I said, we are already accommodating them. Do you delineate and then really know who is not a Fulani man from Nigeria? They are all Nigerians, because I said their identity, their own citizenship is Nigerian, even though we have relations all over the world, all over Africa. And so, presumably they are Nigerians. I think you get me. That is the misunderstanding. They move from one place to the other, and they have relations, kith and kins in all the parts of the country and even outside the country. So that is why our own population is fluid. You can certainly not say this is the population of Nigeria.
So this is a very old video, and a lot of people do not pay attention to this video until I started dragging this man. Like, do you people remember what this man said? This is treasonable, but these people are walking free, there is nothing going on. So because of that, I started, finding deep about the activities, on how he brought these people, how he financed them, how did he arrest their culture, where are the people they brought, and so on and so forth. Later on, Gumi will tell you that these people are our people, they are going nowhere. And these are the things that led to my conclusion that Nigeria can't work. Because the people, even people who want to take power from Tinubu now, many of them are terror sponsors. So how can you get rid of this terrorism? This is what these people believe. You can't take away from people what they believe. And that is why we talk about a nation that is unison, a nation that is not heterogeneous in ideology, in culture. Anyway, pay attention to what Bala Mohammed said yesterday.
I was just waking up to an occasion where I was told that I'm being accused of terrorism as a governor. Someone who is the head of the opposition. My commissioner has been kept and will not be released by an EFCC. Even when I have immunity as a governor, my name was stupendously mentioned in a motion in a court of law in Nigeria. Me, Bala Mohammed, who is recognized without my inkling for this kind of recognition. God is wonderful. I don't have to say anything. I don't even have to go to the public court. But certainly, politics has become something in Nigeria. But with this kind of people around, Mr. Magui and his colleagues, there is still hope in the country. Whatever anything does to denounce you, to prosecute you, somehow God will bring something to absorb you of blames, of persecution. Because with the little resources we have, the work we have done in Bauchi, somebody will accuse us of arbitrariness. We have a country where 51% of the resources is taken by the federal government. In my state, they have not provided 1 kilometer of road. They have not provided water. Even the security agencies, I'm the one paying them to work for us. And they have the guts to talk. This is a country where when you walk, you become a villain, you become an idiot. I have kept quiet for too long, just for peace and security. Because as politicians, we should not overhate the polity. But I'm not a coward. I'm just keeping quiet because of the common people. We don't have to denounce, denigrate people before we ascend to power. The federal government should look at its tax system. In spite of all the impurities, they are going ahead to impoverish the common man, to impoverish the subnationals. We are keeping quiet. There is no security in the north more than that we have in Bauchi State. And that's what we have done together through community development. I have APC and PDP and even NNPP here. We are living in peace because of democratic governance. We tolerate ourselves. There is too much intolerance. The APC-led federal government think they can use the courts, the institution of government like the EFCC, to persecute and prosecute Nigerians that are not within their own party. If they don't stop, we are going to declare war. I assure you we are not going to keep quiet any longer. I won't allow anybody to criminalize me because I'm not in their party. And I refuse to join their party. And I will not join their party. My family members, my officials have been taken like anything, locked up, without any reason. This award inspired me to talk. I didn't want to talk. But we still hope in the courts and in Nigerians. I thank the Institute for this opportunity, and I assure you it is not going to make us arrogant. Our humility and modesty will continue. We will use small things and do things and leave legacies and landmarks that will make Nigerians proud. And no Jupiter will stop us from doing this. We thank you most sincerely, convey our appreciation to your organization. We don't need anything more than good governance. Nigerians should be bailed out of poverty. There should be reduction in pain. We are ready to support the
press. My people are saying, halt, don't happen. Tinubu don't begin the mission names more people when they sponsor bandit. Now the man they will reply to Tinubu. Nigeria, what a country. Please share and talk about in the conversation.